You think I'm sabotaging Ryan?
No, forget it.
Jonathan, you said it. I want to figure out how you got there.
You admitted to pushing Ethan to having a DNA test? Let's drop it, okay? Forget about it.
No. There's something going on between you and me, Jonathan. Something really weird. I can't figure it out. We haven't been right for a while. Starting around the time I told Ryan you lied about your college degree, I've been on your spit list ever since, haven't I? If you have a problem with me, let's have it out. Right now.
Ah, Crystal. Yes, glad you could come. Come on in, come on in. Can I get you something? Scotch rocks?
No, thanks. I don't plan on sticking around long enough for ice to melt.
Yes, well, you don't mind if I, You're looking good, considering your jailhouse visit. How did that go for you?
Oh, just swell, thank you. And I'll be even better if you tell me why I'm here. Your lawyer made it very clear that one of the conditions of my bail is that I meet with you. Now, once I pick myself up off the floor...
What'd you think of Barry?
Barry. Well, he kind of reminds me of a rattlesnake without the warmth. You know, I am constantly amazed at just how far your reach goes, Adam. The way you can manipulate the courts in this town just boggles my mind.
What's the point of having all this wealth if I can't purchase the very best lawyers available?
Don't forget the judges bought and paid for. My bail hearing wasn't even supposed to be until tonight. Now, somebody got to somebody.
Well, I greased a wheel or two.
And a couple of palms.
I even got Hayward's hearing postponed, which brightened my morning enormously.
Spill it, Adam. Why'd you bail me out? And what is so all-fired important that I had to come right over here before I even had a chance to change my pantyhose?
Our grandson.
So pretty. Here's your daddy now, little man. How'd it go with getting worried?
Well, I found a new car a few blocks down. Same make and model as ours. I switched the plates so as long as the owner doesn't notice, it could buy us some time.
Just enough for us to get out of town, and then we can switch our old clunker for a different old clunker.
Matt didn't show up with the new IDs?
How long do you think we should wait?
As long as it takes. Are you cold?
It's not that. Don't you feel it?
Feel what?
It's JR's 8. All the way from Pine Valley.
I'm sorry that I was a jerk before when you called. It's just everything's been pretty rough. I also brought this for Bess. Miranda. She likes it. I bought it for her before you... Well, I bought it for her, and she finds comfort in it. I don't, so...
Thank you, JR.
This is not the only thing that I came to apologize for. I'm sorry I didn't believe that little girl was yours. I'm sorry that I thought it was a lie. God, Bianca, if I could only have a miracle like yours. Get my son back the way that you got Miranda. I swear I thought it was all part of Babe's master plan to torture me. make me think that I didn't have a daughter, that my son had died. A few shorthand written notes, and maximum pain was her payout. I couldn't accept it. I couldn't face it.
JR, I am so sorry. Look, we've been through hell. All of us. And now it's time for it to stop.
I was so devastated when you got hurt. I never meant to. I just hope that someday you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
No!
I said get off!
You pushed me.
I never meant to hurt you. I was terrified. You were after my child. It was the only thing that was in my head. I had to protect Bess. I swear to you, I never meant to hurt you. Everything that happened that night was awful in so many ways.
You mean like when you tried to kill your brother?
If I tell you everything's gonna be okay, will you believe me?
It's just that when things go wrong,
We fix them. We always do, don't we? Well, my grandfather always says, you put one foot in front of the other. You'll get to where you're going eventually.
sorry. I found myself drawn to your table. Looking at the two of you, would I embarrass you if I said you're simply captivating?
She is captivating.
May I offer you my services?
Mr. Fatima, professor of tasiography?
Divination, my dear, through tea leaves. I'm blessed with the ability to read your future.
Thanks, but we're not interested.
Wait, hold on here. I wouldn't mind a little glance into where we're going. Oh, come on.
$5.
What do you say, Harry?
Tell you what, since your futures are so obviously intertwined, I'll throw in a reading of your lover for free.
And what makes you think that he's my lover?
Don't need tea leaves to tell me that. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm confused about you, Greenlee. You say you love Ryan, but then you go and do these things that I don't know. You know where I come from? Actions speak louder than words, and your actions don't take care of Ryan.
Bull. Ryan knows what he wants, and I love him for that.
Well, if he wants to throw away a fortune, that's one thing. But then you say, okay, I'll support you. And when did you become Kendall's great defender? Because the last thing I remember Kendall doing for Ryan was, pointing a gun at him and laughing hysterically right before she pretended to kill him.
She was in the middle of a meltdown. She didn't shoot him, and you know it.
Yeah, but now she's shacked up with the guy who probably did pull the trigger. And it wasn't enough that she had a screw loose, but she had to go and loosen up a few of yours, too.
Wrong.
Ryan's got a bullseye on his back. You were just poison, but everything's fine.
Ryan doesn't want us to live like walking targets. He wants to drive full speed into our lives, and I'm not going to be the one to slam on the brakes.
Greenlee, we have to put Ryan ahead of anyone else.
I do.
Then you would help him fight for his company.
Even at the expense of Bianca and her baby?
Yeah, if that's what it takes.
You may know Ryan longer, but I know that when he makes the decision to do the right thing, no one can talk him out of it.
There's nothing right about this.
He made a promise to a dying man. If you think that I could manipulate him into doing the honorable thing, then you really don't know him that well.
How does that explain your defense of Kendall?
She saved my life up on the roof.
Oh, so now you do remember what happened up there.
I know what I know. What Kendall did wasn't the act of a woman who was out to get Ryan or me.
Let's forget about it, okay? We can agree to disagree. I don't want a war any more than you do.
Hi, I'm glad you're here.
Hi.
Hi, Greenlee.
Hey, Maggie. Can I talk to you for a second?
You were so right,
About...
Bianca. She's so different.
Wait, what? Where did you see
I went to
Bianca?
the hospital, and
I can't believe you. I mean,
but Jonathan, I'm trying
how
to
could you
tell
do
that I
this?
Jonathan.
Greenlee?
Mother.
Darling. Oh, I'm so happy you're not going insane.
Oh, I'm happy when you're happy.
I've just been worried sick about you lying in that hospital bed.
Day check, Mother, 2005. I've been out of the hospital since before Christmas. Didn't Santa tell you?
Of course he did. I mean, of course. I knew, and I was so relieved. It's just that I wanted to give you some room to catch your breath.
Unselfish of you, as always. What can I do for you?
I just had to vent to somebody, and who better than my gorgeous, brilliant, and totally sane daughter.
Well, I would love to help you out, but as you can see, I'm really swamped with guilt here, so you're gonna have to find somebody
I
else.
have to tell you, Greenlee, I just can't put up with that man anymore. I can't do it for another second, and why should I? Because I still have my self-esteem and my dignity, and...
Adam finally kicked you out, didn't he?
You bailed me out of jail to talk about the baby that we lost 10 months ago.
No. I want to talk about the baby that's still alive. I know all about it, Crystal. I know all about Paul Kramer. I know all about the connection with the Buchanans. And I know that Babe and her testosterone-driven boyfriend have the child with them as we speak.
I'm sorry, Adam, but I think you've lost one too many balls in the high grass.
No, don't do this. We're adults. You're a woman of the world. There's a time to bluff, and there's a time to cut a deal.
You're cutting me a break, are you?
I hate what you did. But I probably would have done the same thing myself.
Flattery just might get you a fat lip, Adam, so don't do me any favors.
Crystal, I mean it. I can understand a woman who loved her child so much that she would go to the extremes that you did. But it's over.
It was over a long time ago.
Don't fight me, Crystal. I'm about to make you a very, very attractive offer that will help mitigate your loss. But I want my grandbaby.
What do you see?
The images are very complex.
Complex like the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel or Picasso, his tea leaf period?
I see a cat. You've been betrayed, deceived by a friend or partner. A dish and clouds. Trouble at home with family. A deer has to do with flight. I see... That's clearly an octopus.
What does an octopus mean?
Danger. There's a dark tower here on the right where your future is. Are you running from something? You have to be very careful.
Why? What does the Dark Tower mean?
A very disappointing end.
I can see Tad's gotten to you.
I'm sorry, was it supposed to be a secret that you tried to kill your brother?
What was I supposed to do? Jamie was holding me prisoner while my baby was being taken away.
You lost control.
I didn't try to kill Jamie. I was trying to escape, and it got physical. What would you have done in my situation? How far would you have gone to save your daughter? No one can tell me that I didn't love that little girl.
Look who just woke up from her nap and wants to see her mommy.
Jonathan. Jonathan.
don't understand why you want to hurt me.
I don't want to hurt you.
Don't you have any idea what it does to me when you're with her?
Jonathan, it wasn't like that at all, okay? I defended you.
Defend me? About what? Oh, now I understand. She went through to cry on her shoulder. Was she protective? Was she loving? She holds you in her arms and tell you everything was going to be okay?
No. I'm telling you that it wasn't like that at all. Okay, she did ask me about the bruise, but I didn't tell her.
Yeah, but she thinks she can figure it out.
No. I lied to her. I cut her off. I actually didn't even let her discuss it with me.
Why don't you just push me off the roof right now?
Adam tossed you out on your butt.
Oh, it was mutual, really.
Sure it was.
I see this as an opportunity to embrace new challenges like this one.
Fabric swatches and paint chips. Very nice.
For you and Ryan.
Not that nice.
But, darling, look at this yummy lemon color. You know that yellow is the new white, don't you?
Then what's the new yellow? Never mind. We like our place just as it is.
But you wanted to redo your old penthouse forever, and you know how much I love to decorate. And for you, my darling, I would do both places for next to nothing.
Right. And of course, you lived there while you redid the place, right?
Well, I hadn't thought about that, but that's a lovely, generous offer. Thank you.
Who offered?
But, darling, you know, I find myself without Greenlee, it really wouldn't be for
What part
very
of no
long.
does it register with you, Mother? Bianca lives at the penthouse, so that's out of the question. And the last thing I would do to Ryan is move his mother-in-law into the guest room. So in case you didn't hear me the first 20 times, no.
All right. Then what's going to happen to me? What's going to become of me? Your mother needs shelter from the storm. I have just barely escaped from the lair of a horrible monster.
We're on their trail. We'll catch him soon enough.
You want to hunt those poor kids into the ground?
Well, unless they come to their senses and turn themselves in. Otherwise, truth, Crystal. You want to see your daughter brought back here in chains and leg irons? Because I guarantee you, I will see that she is punished to the full extent of the law, and then some. Or we can do what good and loving parents should do. Try to do what's best for our children to keep them out of jail.
Keep talking.
All right. An arrangement that guarantees you and your daughter a comfortable future, perhaps somewhere on the West Coast. You can start a new life. Put all this pain behind you.
And what's in it for you?
All I need is for you to tell me where they are. And then a guarantee. A condo in Malibu, a sweet little cottage in Laguna. It's what good and loving parents do to help their children. Keep them out of jail.
Adam Chandler. Now I see where your son gets it. That sincere glint in your eye that makes a woman want to believe every oily word that pours from your mouth. You are damn smooth. It's no wonder so many women have thrown themselves in front of your train. I'm tempted to jump up in your arms and kiss you myself after that performance.
I think you better think very hard before you blow me off, Crystal.
It's probably the same spell JR cast on my baby doll down in San Diego. Poor girl probably never knew what hit her, the Chandler Express.
I want my grandbaby.
Our grandbaby, Adam, our grandbaby, and I want him just as bad as you do, but that precious boy was killed in a helicopter accident, and I don't know if you are delusional or if you were just downright cruel, but you've got to find out a way to deal with your grief. Now, far be it from me to tell a man how to grieve, but I suggest maybe you set up a scholarship in his memory, something meaningful rather than just hanging on to this false hope. God bless that little boy. As heartbreaking as it is, the baby is gone.
Yours is very clear, young man, uncomplicated. The waterfall here means you've been blessed with prosperity, success. On the right, a parasol and a wagon. There's clearly a new love and a wedding in store, and it's on the right near the top, which means sooner rather than later.
Guess it doesn't take much to make a believer out of you, huh?
Has there been a theft? Something taken? Yes, I'm certain that's a mouse. Something's been stolen. But was it taken from you, or did you take something you shouldn't have? That's all the leaves tell me.
Well, thanks. That was fun.
I don't know about fun.
Tea leaves never lie. So remember, be careful. Don't take this lightly.
We have to go now.
Come on, babe. She's a hustler. I had to check 3 times to make
No.
sure I still have my wallet.
No, it's not just that. It's this feeling. I've had it all day. It's something.
Not so fast.
I'm so... I can't...
If you want, I can feed her.
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is all just a little too hard for me. I really did love that little girl. Everything I ever did for that baby was out of love.
I know.
But you sensed it from the start. That's why you took her that night.
I could feel that she was mine.
I wish I had your instincts. This would have all been over months ago. It would have spared us all so much. Now it's my turn. You get it, don't you? In some weird way, all this grief connects us more than anything.
I don't want to see anyone going through this.
You're the only one who knows. That emptiness. God, when Babe tried to convince me that that little girl was yours, it just killed me.
I didn't believe her either.
All that hurt. That pain it's undescribable. It eats at you. It doesn't allow you to sleep. It's like your whole life stops.
I know. I am so sorry.
So you understand why I have to get my baby boy back from Babe, don't you? You knew about him. You knew when you took Miranda away from me. You knew my son was alive. You're heartless and hypocritical.
All right, hang on, JR. I was going to tell you.
That is such a load. This is your payback. You did this as a favor for Babe.
Excuse me, what Babe did makes me sick.
Then what's your excuse?
You scared the hell out of me, JR, okay? I had to figure out what was going to be best for that little boy.
You're the one that's scary. What you did is sick. Where are they now?
I don't know.
You're just as bad as Babe. At least she has that whole mama bear pathetic act, but you went through the hell that I'm in. You grieved for a child, and you still did this to me. Did you see my son?
Yes.
So you knew about it in Florida. You knew I'd suffer for the rest of my life, and you did this.
Well, unfortunately for both of us, JR, you don't listen to anyone, ever. I tried to tell you that night. I was going to tell you, but you pushed me off a balcony before I got the chance. You You didn't want to hear anything. You got so ugly, terrifying, like you are right now. And he is a sweet, innocent boy, JR. He's incredible. And I honestly feared for what would happen to that child if you ever got your hands on him.
You are going to hell. Just like that bitch I used to call my wife. And I will do everything in my power to make sure you get there.
You know, JR, they're right about you, all of them. You have turned into a monster. And maybe it's none of my business, but I don't think that you should be raising a child, any child.
Spoken from the goddess, Bianca.
You know, I never thought that anyone could make me feel even one shred of pity for Babe. Congratulations, JR, you've done the impossible.
Your pity will not save Babe's neck. I will get my son back. And that, Bianca, is a promise.
Dude, where have you been?
10 more minutes with that fortune teller, and you'd lost me for good.
Sorry, that's my fault.
Should have had her read my tea leaves. She could have told me that the cops are hot on my tail, and I'm about to be taken up for a long trip.
Cops are still watching the apartment building?
Yeah, the Big Easy has gotten a little hard for me. I'm clearing out, but I didn't want to leave Faith and Harry Tucker hanging out to dry. You got my best work. I'm a regular Van Gogh dude.
These are awesome. We owe you.
No, you already paid. Take care of yourselves, Tuckers.
See? There's no reason to be paranoid. So let's just pull this boy together and head north.
The fact is, you'd do just about anything to have things go your way.
You're saying that my grandson may still be alive?
I am saying no such thing. And even if I did believe in miracles and that baby somehow survived, I guarantee you I would never put him in your hands, much less sell my daughter out for some ocean view. That baby is 10 months gone. That is the cold, hard truth of it, and I'm gonna move on the best that I can.
Well, that's too bad. Because before you can blink, that boy is going to be playing with his toys right here on this rug. That's my cold, hard fact.
This is pathetic. And don't you drag JR into your fantasy. That boy's got enough to come to terms with without having to deal with a father who can't even face the facts.
Yeah, well, here's a fact. My influence with the law cuts both ways. And if I put out the word that Jamie and Babe are armed and dangerous, oh, that could put the fear of God into some backwoods sheriff. There are places where shoot first and ask questions later is codified. Now, wouldn't that be a terrible tragedy?
It's so like you, Adam. You threaten me, you threaten my daughter, all in the name of a poor baby who everybody knows was tragically and horribly taken from us nearly a year ago. Now, if you think all your millions can buy that baby back, then you are really one sick puppy.
If you deny it all you want, we will find my grandson, and when we do, you can kiss us all goodbye because you'll never see him again. I will not give up.
Oh, yeah? Wasn't it W.C. Fields who said, if at first you don't succeed, try again, then quit. No sense making a fool out of yourself.
So that's the way it's going to be? You will regret this.
Oh, yeah? Should I just report myself right back into jail?
No, maybe a taste of freedom will convince you to play ball with me.
Never play ball with the man who owns the stadium.
W.C. Fields again?
Crystal Carey. The next sight you see is my backside walking through that door. Why don't you kiss it goodbye?
Pay attention to me when I'm talking to you, please.
I have business to take care of.
Well, that doesn't sound like any fun.
We're expecting an audit.
Good grief. Don't you have those little men with the green eye shades to handle all that for you? You know, I hate to hold this over your head, but you do owe me. If I hadn't convinced you to go after Ryan, you wouldn't have him right now, and Kendall would be Mrs. Ryan Lavery. You'd be alone just like your mother.
You can't move in with us, Mother.
Okay. How about Paris? That darling little apartment of yours is empty, isn't it?
I suppose.
All I'd need is the price of a first-class airfare, a little monthly stipend.
Mother, Ryan is about to sign away his Cambius inheritance.
What?
Miranda Montgomery is the Cambius heir, so bye-bye billions. We have to be careful with what we spend until we get its next venture on its feet. So, no trips to Europe for anyone. Sorry.
You know, Gringley, I did the best I could. To be a decent mother, I mean. I know I wasn't always there when you needed me. I know I probably neglected you. But I always loved you. And I always wanted what was best for you. I truly did. You say you want to have a baby, but you're probably kinder to a panhandler on the street than you are to your own mother. It hasn't been easy for me, you know. I mean, you will see when you have that child. You'll understand the pain that I feel in my heart.
Okay, Mother. Message received. A little heavy-handed with the panhandler stuff, but it worked.
Paris?
No. The Valley Inn. This should cover a room and any other necessities in the short term. Enough so you don't have to stand on the sidewalk with a cup and a cardboard sign.
Thank you. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Heads up, Mother. I'm putting a cap on your room service charges.
Go ahead. Push me. Hit me. Do what you need to do. You're all I have left. I don't have a future anymore. Ryan's giving it away.
What are you talking about? You still have a great future.
I thought I could make something of myself. What an idiot I am.
Stop it.
If I thought for a second that you didn't love me, I swear I'd jumped.
No, you know I love you.
But you just don't trust me.
Jonathan, I don't understand where this is coming from.
Can't you understand what it does to me when you turn to someone else? After the way I've opened up to you. I've let you into places I've never let anyone.
No, I know.
But you still continue to hang out with people who just want to trash me. How long did it take Bianca before she started cutting me down? I didn't even know you were going to see her.
Well, I hadn't planned on it. I'm sorry, I just didn't think it was important.
Just a little quick trip to show her your bruise. I punish myself every time I look at you. It kills me that I've hurt you.
I know. And it wasn't like that at all with Bianca.
What does she give you that I don't give you? Sympathy?
No.
If it's just talk, I'm right here. Unless you're talking about me.
Jonathan, look at me. Jonathan, look at me. I love you. I love you. I would never, ever do anything to hurt you. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Come here. I'm sorry.
Hi, baby. Mama missed you so much. Come here, sweetheart.
You okay, Bianca?
I think that maybe Tad was right to keep the secret.
I'm sorry, I'm lost.
I think that I just made a terrible mistake.
I just can't wait till we get to Hope, Arkansas. I'm
saying that makes me feel so much more safe.
I'll feel a lot more safe when we're actually there.
It's got to be a good place to raise kids, don't you think? Maybe our little baby James could be the second president from Hope. Wouldn't that just be awesome? What the?
Told you there was a disappointing end in your future.
So you forgive me?
Of course I do.
Bye, Greenlee.
Do you think that JR will track them down?
He says he will.
What a horrible position to put you in.
I'm just so grateful that I got this little girl out of that house and away from JR. But what happens now? Have I punished that little boy because of what Gabe did to me?
Damn, Crystal. I can't make her confirm it, but I swear she knows your son is alive.
Well, there's no need to stress, Dad. Bianca spilled it. I was right.
You're kidding. That's wonderful. We'll have your boy back where he belongs in no time. Adam Chandler. Yes, he's over here. It's your PI in New Orleans.
What do you have?
Got them both in front of me.
Have you seen the baby? Is he there?
Baby's right here. He's fine. Cute kid. What do you want me to do with him?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
On the next All My Children.
You think losing JR hurt? You ain't seen nothing compared to what's gonna happen next.
I need to see you suffer the way that you made my sister suffer.
I could choke the life out of you and God himself would call it justice.
You and Babe are so dead.